friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I'm Jessie. Every single month I like to get on here and talk to you a little bit about the progress that I have made in my goals for 2025. I am a part of a Thrive in 2025 collaboration. A big group of us are all helping each other find motivation and inspiration to thrive this year in 2025 and meet all of our goals. So I like to sit down about once a month, check in, let you know how I did the previous month and what action steps I plan to take in the upcoming month to help me meet my goals. If you're interested in knowing what all of my annual goals are, I will link the video I did at the beginning of the year talking about my goals for 2025. I'm not going to get too into them today because I just want to get this video filmed and up for you all. And I'm a yapper, so we'll be here all day if I start going over all of my goals again. So let's go ahead and go into my little journal here. This is a Buke journal. I got it on Amazon. And it's stunningly beautiful, isn't it? Having a pretty notebook helps me to stay on track with my goals. Anytime that I can make the process more fun or prettier to look at, more aesthetically pleasing, it's all good. So today we are talking about February and how I did. We're gonna just go over all of the action steps I plan to take, and I'll tell you, pass or fail, how I did. So I broke things down in February into categories. So I had the financial, the mental health, the physical health, and the work and YouTube sections here. And let's start with financial. So for my number one financial goal for February of 2025, it was to do a no eating out challenge. And if you followed me throughout February, in all of my budget videos, you will know that I failed at this challenge. We did eat out in February. Okay, so my whole family just got home and interrupted my filming, so I'm not sure exactly where I was. But I think I was talking about this no eating out challenge. So yeah, we planned to not eat out at all in February. We failed. We definitely ate out in February, but it was significantly less. I think we only ended up eating out one meal in February, which was really, really impressive for us considering sometimes we eat out 2 or 3 times a week. So once a month is pretty darn good. So we didn't complete it. We did eat out, but I'm still going to go ahead and give myself a check mark because I feel like we did pretty darn good. For the grocery low spend, we did that as well. We did spend fewer dollars on groceries in February than we usually do. I am making it an effort to spend less in groceries overall moving forward, with kind of mixed success. Grocery prices just keep going up, but I'm pretty proud of the steps we took towards that in February. And then I wanted to set up a bulk buy sinking fund, and I did do that. We saved some money in that fund and I utilized it for the first time this past week. And it's definitely going to be something that adds a lot of value to my budget each week. Will hopefully help me spend less overall on groceries week to week if I have money set aside for those bulk shopping trips. All right, down here for physical health. These were very vague goals that I set. I wanted to hydrate. I did really, really well for the first part of the month. What I should have done is set up an actual daily tracker so I could check it off each day that I hit my hydration goals. And I didn't do that. And so the first week or two I was gung-ho, making sure I was drinking plenty of water, and then slowly but surely kind of fizzled out. So that was a situation where I made some progress. I'm not gonna say I failed entirely, but could have done better. Tracking my meals, that's another area where I did really good at the start of the month and then slowly fizzled out. So not the best, but not the worst either. Kind of mixed success there. For the meal plan and meal prep though, both of those, I am giving myself a check mark. Alright, that was interruption number 3. My family really does not want me to get this video filmed, but we are going to keep on keeping on. So yeah, meal prep, meal plan, I did really, really well with this. These 2 action steps were the reason I was able to do that grocery low spend and stick to the eating out, the financial goals here. If I had not prepared ahead of time and planned, never would have been able to do those things. So these 2 steps were under this physical health section in order to help me meet my goals, to keep track of my meals and all of that, but ultimately these 2 really helped me in this financial section the most. All right, mental health, less social media. I did really good with this. I made a valid effort to spend less time on TikTok doom scrolling, less time interacting with the news overall, and it really did make a huge difference in my mental health in February. The one thing though that I did more in February than usual is scroll on Reddit, because I am 100% obsessed with Severance, and I've been reading so many theories. I've been involved in so many like online discussions about that show, watching live streams dedicated to that show, and so that it had me on social media more in those areas, but that just brought me a ton of joy. So I'm not upset about that. Let me know if you guys are watching the TV show Severance. It's on Apple TV Plus, and it is far and away one of the best TV shows I've ever seen. Like right up there with Lost for me. If you guys don't know, Lost is my all-time favorite. So yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you are watching Severance. And that is part of the reason why I sort of failed this no screens after 10 goal. For the most part, I did a really good job of getting to bed early and staying off screens. However, watching Severance definitely had me up late. Being involved in those discussions had me up late some nights. And also, I've been struggling recently. I've been making a valid effort to get into bed earlier. And what I've been doing is getting into bed at like 9:30 and falling right to sleep, and then waking up like an hour and a half later and not being able to fall back to sleep. So a lot of times, at like midnight, I was waking up and not falling back asleep until 2 or 3 in the morning. And a lot of times I would spend that time reading, but sometimes I was scrolling like Reddit or Instagram or whatever. So minimal success with the no screens after 10 because I had so much trouble sleeping in February. I did, however, read 2 books in February. I read Fourth Wing, and I also read Leah Messer's book. She is one of the teen moms. I read her book in February as well. I started a couple of other ones, but those were the only 2 books that I finished in February, but still, I met that goal. Very, very happy with that. And then in terms of work and YouTube, this is probably where I had the most success. I really have figured out a good balance with going into the office and working. I've actually been going into the office 5 days a week and just doing shorter days. So you guys know that I have bounced my schedule around a lot. I run a business with my husband. He and I own the business together, and so therefore I can make my own schedule. So for a while there, I was working 4 days a week and taking 1 day off, and then I switched and I was taking 2 days off a week and working 3 longer days. That worked out okay. What I've been doing recently is working a full 5 days, Monday through Friday, but having them be like half days. On Tuesdays and Thursdays especially, a lot of times I'll just go in for like an hour and a half or 2 hours, and then still be able to have time to come home and work on YouTube and household things. And that's been working really, really well for me. Now that the weather has finally started to warm up a little bit, getting up every day and going into the office isn't so much of a chore. And I actually find that I'm a lot more productive when I'm getting up early, getting myself ready for the day, going into the office to work for a couple of hours. And Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are like more like regular hours for me. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm just keeping them as short days. And then I come home after my work day, and I still have time to take care of everything else. So I feel like I've really found a groove with the work-life balance. I aimed to post 12 videos, 2 of them being members only videos. Believe I did hit that goal. My views have been abysmal as of late. Like, my videos are getting like 200 views. I don't know why. I don't know what's changed. I'm not trying not to let that bring me down and make me less like excited about filming, because I still love filming and posting videos for you guys. I've said it before, I'll say it again, if I was making $0 on YouTube, I would still be posting videos because I love it. But it is a little sad when you put a lot of effort and time into filming a video and then it only gets a couple of hundred views. I don't know if I've just like missed the algorithm these last few weeks or what, but hopefully March will be better. We shall see. My goal was to get March worksheets done, and I did that, and I did track my hours, and I am working a pretty solid split between my in-office hours and my home hours and doing all the things, and I'm feeling really, really good about that area of my life. So let's go ahead and turn the page and talk about my action steps for March. I didn't categorize anything this week. I kept it pretty simple for March. We had a lot going on, and so these are the things that I hope to accomplish in March. Number 1 is to solidify my morning routine. Like I said, I've really hit a groove with getting up every weekday and going into the office. I think I could be better though with my morning routine before I go to work. I want to make sure that I'm doing all the things. A lot of times, especially on Tuesdays and Thursdays when I know I'm only going into the office a couple of hours, I get a little bit lazy with my morning routine, and I really want to be better about it. So what I actually am hoping to do is write down my morning routine and share it with you all, whether it be in a separate video or a vlog or just an upcoming Strive to Thrive video. Let me know what you would most like to see, but I think that that would be really helpful for me. Next up, I really want to declutter and do some really thorough like spring cleaning here in my house. It's that time of year. Every year in March I do what I like to call my March into spring cleaning. That's when I typically do my spring cleaning, so that's what I want to focus on. I've got a lot of things I want to go through and declutter and organize, so that's on the list. The next thing I have here is set short-term savings goals. So every single week I sit down with you all and I stuff my sinking funds, and I like to just set money aside. If you've not seen any of my budget videos, this is a big part of my budget videos every week, is adding money to my sinking funds. And it's fantastic that I'm saving money, but I realized that I don't really have set goals for these, and I would like to, so that I know exactly how much I am striving to save. Some of these I'm just going to be saving forever for, like the bulk buys, for example. That's something that I'm going to be adding money to and taking money from constantly, so I don't necessarily have to have a goal for that. But like my camping fund is for a specific thing that I know is coming up. I have an annual campground fee that I have to pay in October or November, and it's a set amount, and I want to write those goals down so that I have a feel for whether or not I'm on track to meet those goals. And so that's what I mean when I said in my journal here that I want to set short-term savings goals. That's what I want to do. I want to go through here, and the goals that I can set specific goals for, or the funds that I can set specific goals for, that's what I want to do. So I'm hoping to get that done in March, and that'll just help me get a better idea of what I need to be saving for each week. Another eat out, low spend. So in February we aimed to not eat out at all, and we had really great success with that. Even though we failed at actually meeting that goal, we only ate out one time in February. That is not going to be the case in March, but I would like to stick to our budget each week and try to spend a little bit less. And I'm not setting a specific goal for that. Eating out is where we struggle with the most. I would really love to just cut that out entirely. I don't think that's ever going to be the case, but if we can just spend less, I'm hoping to spend less than $400. I just decided that is a goal. So I'm gonna write that in, $400, which for you is probably not a low spend. That's $100 a week. It's reasonable. We definitely spend more than that on a regular basis, so we'll see. I also want to research gym memberships. We had a new gym open up in my area. So we have a Crunch Fitness now, we have a Planet Fitness, we also have an Anytime Fitness. I want to go in and research all of the different plans that they offer and see if that's something that I want to add to my budget, because I really want to be more active. I lead a very sedentary lifestyle. I work in an office, so I'm sitting at a desk all the time, and when I'm not at work, I'm at home, and we have a pretty small house, so I get very few steps just doing like everyday household things. So I really want to make it a priority to get up and move more, be more active, and I think a gym membership would help with that. It's been a couple of years since I was a member at a gym. I don't have any goals to actually join a gym in March. I just want to do the research in March, and then we'll see in April if that's something that I want to implement. I've got some very important doctor and dental appointments in March that I want to make sure that I attend, and also some other ones that I need to schedule. And that's all like focusing on my physical health. That's really important. Got some things coming down the pipeline with dental appointments. I might be getting braces. I'm 40 years old. So that's something that is potentially on the horizon for me. So I'll talk more about that in probably an upcoming vlog or something, but y'all, braces at 40. Who knew? And so yeah, I attend some appointments. I gotta schedule some other ones. That's big on my list for March. And then no work on weekends. That includes no working on our business, our sewer and drain cleaning company, no working on YouTube. That's kind of the one area of the work-life balance that I'm still struggling with. And that's, I oftentimes find that I have to do some work in one area or the other on the weekends, whether it be editing or answering comments or working on my worksheets or whatever it is, entering things into QuickBooks. Sometimes I'm finding myself doing that from home on the weekends, and I really want to make weekends time to spend with family, time to catch up on household things. So I'm really striving in March not to work at all on weekends. We shall see. So those are the action steps that I hope to complete in March. If you liked this video, will you please give it a thumbs up? It really helps out my channel. I'm going to link all of the creators that are involved in the Thrive in 2025 collaboration down below. I hope that you will consider going and checking out their channels and encouraging them as well. That's really important, that we are all like motivating and encouraging one another. If you have anything that you are striving towards in March that you would like some encouragement in, leave it in the comment section. I would love to send you some encouragement as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!